for anything we wanted.
This thing is so cool!
Yep, it's all set.
I motion that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
So Lord Beerus and the others were here.
Check it out! It's a new kind of tablet!
Yep, it's all set.
With the Dragon Balls, we could wish for anything we wanted.
What kind of training should I do next? What kind of training should I do next?
Wow, you got all kinds of cool stuff, Trunks.
Are the repairs to the peel-off machine finished yet?
Yep, it's all set.
With the Dragon Balls, we could wish for anything we wanted.
This thing is so cool!
What kind of training should I do next?
Me too, let's eat.
Ready to roll when you are, sire.
I want to see. So, what can that thing do anyway? So, what can that thing do anyway?
Whis, I'm starving over here.
So Lord Beerus and the others were here.
I want to see.
I'll show you, just wait!
With the Dragon Balls, we could wish for anything we wanted.
This thing is so cool! This thing is so cool! This thing is so cool!
I motion that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
Ready to roll when you are, sire.
I motion that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
So Lord Beerus and the others were here.
Yep, it's all set.
Ready to roll when you are, sire.
Really wish I could cure my boredom.
Hello everybody! Ooh, let me warm myself a little bit more. Hello everybody! Welcome back to Sporkings, here to do something wanted to do for a little bit. The stream began a little bit later than I wanted to, but hey. And it's finally time for Talk for Girl Talk! Hello! Hello girls! Let me fix my thing here, okay? And oh, I'm not in the... Let me put myself a little bit above so that we can see all the girls. So yeah, today's stream is just basically this. It's girl talk. Also, let me see if I... not now, I'll do it at the end. So yeah, this is basically replacing what basically was just Chi-Chi talking shit about the Z Fighters in Tenkaichi 3. So yeah, I wanted to do this for a while now. And today is just this. Just reacting to it. And, you know, giving my opinions on certain characters as we go on. So let's go, let's start. Let's start off with... Zigoku early.
This is Goku when he was young, right around the time I became a blushing bride.
He proposed to you at the World Martial Arts Tournament, didn't he?
Yep, we made a promise to wed when we were just little kids.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go to settings. Because the music...
Oh, hi, Goku. Great to
The
see you.
music is so fucking loud compared to their voices. It's ridiculous.
Farm work is good and all, but fighting is my real passion.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, I could barely hear them.
Huh? Who could that be?
I could barely hear Chi-Chi and Bulma speaking. Also, let me just fix my stuff there.
Oh, hi, girls.
Because it was out of place still. Put myself right at the corner. That should be better. Let's go with
This
it
is
properly.
Goku when he was young, right around the time I became a blushing bride.
This is, I think, like line for line from
You at the
Tenkaichi
World
3.
Martial Arts Tournament, didn't he?
Yep, we made a promise to wed when we were just little kids.
Aw, that's so romantic.
I mean, it is, until you remember the fact that Goku accepted it, not knowing what marriage was.
This was around the time when Goku was all about fighting and never about working.
Isn't he pretty much always like that, though?
Bulma's on point on that one.
Kind of true, I guess.
Oh wow, just skipping on by. I wonder if she's gonna call him a delinquent, like she did in Tenkaichi 3. I know that delinquent was because, like, in Japan, like, their culture, like, blonde hair is, dyeing your hair blonde wouldn't become a delinquent. So let's see.
Super Saiyans drive me nuts! My whole family looks like a bunch of delinquents after they transform.
She 100% does.
They never listen to me.
Oh, give it a rest.
It just makes them tougher, that's all.
Good on the girls for pushing back. I mean, a little bit, but, you know, they still did. It's nice.
Goku was jumping between the living world and the other world so much. Gohan and Goten didn't get to spend a lot of time with him.
Between Cell, the Supreme Kai, and all the Majin stuff, that was a real tough time to be raising kids.
Being a good mom is a crazy job, huh?
I mean, counterpoint, Goten didn't get any time with Goku until after the Buu Saga. So, I don't know what Shinji's on about. Gohan, sure, with everything that went up until the Cell games, sure, really tough time for Gohan. Goten, he didn't even know who the fuck his baby daddy, whose daddy was, not baby daddy, his daddy was until the age of fucking 7? He's 7, right? It's a 7-year time skip, but between the Cell games and the tournament, And he was born 9 months after the tournament. I guess he would have to be, right? Because Trunks is 8? Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure that's it.
There it is again. I really wish Goku would set a better example for our kids.
Yeah, being a great fighter and saving the universe.
Goku has saved the planet by
Thank you,
now.
Bulma.
For real. Andy's a
Thank you,
professional
Videl.
artist to boot.
I understand with the cult of the blonde hair and stuff, but I don't understand. We'll get to it when we get to Gohan, but I don't understand Chi-Chi.
This is even worse than his base form of delinquency. I don't know what goes on in that man's head sometimes.
At my age, I don't think I can pull off a hairstyle like that.
I mean, it does make him look pretty intimidating, though.
I mean, does it? Is it not basically... Yeah, I guess there's... Honestly, without the little sparks, I don't think most of us could tell the difference between Super Saiyans 1 and 2. But that's just me.
Look how scary he is! I hope Gohan doesn't try to copy this look.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
With how smiley Goku tends to be, seeing him like this is
Actually,
almost
fair point.
uncanny.
Actually, fair. Never thought about it. Super Saiyan 3 being the only real... Like, I mean, Super Saiyan 2 looks pretty pissed off. Like, Super Saiyan... Yeah, Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 look kind of pissed off. Super Saiyan 3 is legit. I mean, fair. The lack of eyebrows does help. So you get to Super.
Lately, Goku's been actually going to work and acting like a responsible father.
Yeah, I was shocked to find out that he got his
Oh my...
driver's license.
Kami.
Hard to picture him in a classroom.
Good to know that we were referencing that piece of
Even in his
the
40s,
anime.
Goku's attitude hasn't changed much. I just want him to act his age.
I get you. I mean, he's got grandchildren now.
He also looks the same as he did like 20 years ago. Ugh, those Saiyans and their graceful aging.
See, this is the part I don't get about Chi-Chi. Goku's literally saving, at this point, nah, it's still the Earth. Because this is Super Goku, so this is the Battle of God saga. So it doesn't, come on, that we cannot really count that as a... He saved the world, sure, but it wasn't through fist. Well, I guess it was through fists. Then it's Frieza, and technically speaking, Whis saves the world. I know Goku saves it back, but still. Then it's Goku Black, which is future timeline. Not really this timeline, but the future one. Then it's... No, sorry, before that's the tournaments. But still, even the tournaments, he really wasn't saving anything in the first tournament. And the second one, he's the one that causes it, so... Ooh, what? This is the first transformation for this that is actually new.
Now his hair is red. This one I just don't get. The blonde hair made him look like a delinquent enough already.
Well, other than the hair color being different, he looks like he's become a lot stronger, too.
Don't bother, that has nothing to do with it. It's all the same to Chi-Chi.
I like the fact that Videl and Bulma are exactly on the same page, and Chi-Chi's the one that's always going up against it. Ooh, yeah. What will she say about Super Saiyan Blue?
Great. Now he's got blue hair for some reason. I hope Gohan and Goten don't try to copy this nonsense.
Well, I know I'm very biased.
Of course.
I happen to like how flashy it is.
If he keeps finding new transformations, maybe we'll see Super Saiyan Green someday. Or maybe purple. Maybe not.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Actually, that's not a bad idea, but for different characters. I would like the idea of, like, once we get... Goku and Vegeta should have had different colored Super Saiyan Blues. It shouldn't just be Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Blue. Like, for example, Goku Black went Super Saiyan, and he went Rosé instead of Blue. It would have been fun if, like, you unlock God Power, and every transformation you stack upon it, it's a different color, for depending on the person. Goku would have been... Actually, Goku, probably the blue or the orange would have fit him. Vegeta should have been purple. Gohan, white fits him perfectly, although it's beast form, I know, but white would have been perfect for him. Trunks could have been... Oh, Trunks could have been... What would have Trunks been? Oh, sorry the fact that they mentioned purple, but Vegeta technically speaking already has purple with Ultra Ego. Oh, no!
Goku? Oh, wow.
His attitude's made a complete 180.
He looks stronger than ever.
Oh, not much to say, but pretty cool.
Goku and I are getting older, sure, but white hair? It's far too early for that.
I mean,
Sounds like it's black hair or nothing, huh, Chi-Chi?
I don't know. I kind of dig the silvery look.
also, Chi-Chi, please. I know Goku's in his 40s. I'm in my 30s. I'm 30 and my hair is already turning gray. Please, don't tell me for you guys it's too early. Makes me feel extra bad.
That's Goku? I can't even tell anymore.
How?
Look!
I mean, yeah, fair.
Tail!
Oh man! Not that I want to look that young again, but I'm still kind of jealous.
Of course you would. And here comes the hatred
This
again.
kid that looks like Goku even copied his blonde hair obsession.
If he can turn into a Super Saiyan, that must mean he's a Saiyan himself, right?
Oh,
Maybe like a long-lost relative or something?
sorry, I'm dumb. I forgot. They're the super characters, so of course GT's non-canon, so they don't know what the fuck this is.
I don't care what Super Saiyan number it is. Shaving off your eyebrows is not a good look.
Anybody can rock a look if they set their mind to it. Heck, I bet even Gohan could, if he wanted.
Now that would be a shock.
I hope that they keep these and do these for the DLC.
Is that my Goku? He looks so different.
Different's fine. Sometimes you gotta let a guy try something new.
Oh, wow. That's good to know.
Oh, here comes teen. I guess they are correct in calling him a teen. It just feels weird. Because they call... I mean, to be fair, Gohan is called a teen and he's not a teen.
Aw, Goku was a little cutie when he was this age, wasn't he?
This is what my husband looked like when we first met as little kids. Goten is the spitting image of him, isn't he?
I remember how shocked I was when I met somebody with a tail for the first time. This is such a nostalgic look for him.
Yeah, shocked, and he pulled out a gun and shot the poor kids. Oh, will there? No, there isn't. Not yet. And now we get to the Prince of all Saiyans. That should be interesting for...
When
Miss-
Vegeta first came to Earth, he kept going on and on about being a prince or an elite or whatever. I just remember how nasty his attitude was.
Now he's a father of two and fights alongside Goku. Wow!
You and Goku were really positive influences on him.
I mean, I like the fact that they reference that in the original, in the beginning, he's never referred to as a Saiyan Prince. He's always just referred to as an elite. Saiyan Prince when he comes out in Namek. And a lot of people think that maybe it's his fight with Goku that instills his Saiyan pride in him again because of a world-class warrior rising so high.
I'm so glad Trunks doesn't have a tail. If they both turned into this thing, my house would be in shambles.
Yeah, I always
Now
wonder,
that you
why
mention
did
it,
Trunks
Vegeta doesn't have a tail. I heard that he used
and
to,
Goten
though.
never were
That's
born
'cause
with
Yajirobe
tails? Same thing with
sliced it
Bra.
back when Vegeta
Or
was
Bula,
fighting
I should
with
say.
Gohan.
And you could say, well, it's because they were conceived when Goku and Vegeta didn't have tails. And counterpoint to that is, so was Gohan, and Gohan had tails. I wonder if it's a thing of like either Toriyama forgot, or they made a decision of like just like, oh yeah, the babies are born and they cut the tails. Maybe. Just assuming.
Bulma, remind me, was this around the time he started living with you?
That's right. He just seemed so lonely. I couldn't help but want to take care of him. Next thing I knew, well, you know.
I'm so glad Vegeta met you, Bulma.
That's really sweet. Also, I just realized I like the fact that I understand having Z early for all the Gokus having Z early, Z mid, Z end to depict him being from Z and not Super or original and like to differentiate the points of it. But I like the fact that it's Vegeta Z Scouter and then it's Vegeta Z early. It's like Vegeta Scouter is Vegeta early. This is Vegeta mids at the midpoint of the series. Not at the, Also, the characters are a little bit translucent because you can see a little bit of the background. You could see that on Vegeta's hair. And here comes the delinquent, say.
And Vegeta follows the trend. Saiyans, they're all alike.
Ooh, blonde works for me too. If anything, I'm kind of envious how easily he can change his hairstyle.
You're a lot more tolerant of that kind of stuff, aren't you?
I like the fact that Chi-Chi and Bulma are the complete opposite when it comes to the Saiyans of their Mians, of the Super Saiyans of their Mians. I wonder how that will be when it comes to Gohan.
Okay, real talk? I don't see much of a difference here.
Yeah, I don't really get it either.
Ever talked with him about what the deal with this form was?
Haven't asked. Even if I did, I doubt he'd say a word about it.
You don't see the difference in the muscles? Really? It's a big fucking difference between the lads. Look at his fucking thighs, mate, if you want to see a big difference. I jumped too high. I accidentally pressed sides. I'm pretty sure... Maybe it's the angle, but I'm pretty sure he's also kind of taller. Just a little bit, but I might be wrong. I also like how Vegeta goes from Z early to Z end immediately.
I remember this time. You should have seen how elated Vegeta was when he heard Goku was allowed to come back to life for one day for the tournament.
Right. Vegeta and Trunks got to participate in the world tournament as father and son.
Different
Gotta give
classes, but
credit
yes.
to Vegeta for being a supportive father. Our husbands both got to see their boys compete in the arena.
Yeah. I like the fact that Vegeta is the one being referred to as a supportive father.
By this time, Vegeta had become very used to being in his Super Saiyan form on a regular basis.
Man, Vegeta's a hard worker.
I think he was always frustrated that Goku became a Super Saiyan first.
I mean, yeah, the Prince of All Saiyans would not being the first one to fill the legacy. Like, see, I'm sorry. Again, without the sparkles, I understand why Toriyama completely forgot Super Saiyan 2. Like, Vegeta, you can't even tell the difference on Vegeta. With Goku, there's a slight difference in hair. Especially, like, the bangs coming up the front. I guess the only character that ever worked out well was Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan. Everyone else?
Vegeta as a Super Saiyan 2. He hated losing so much, he dedicated himself fully to getting on Goku's level.
Didn't he use some kind of special room with a gravity-changing machine? He'd have to be nuts to work out in a place like that.
Oh, wow! A whole room just for training! Rich people's houses, am I right?
First things first, I like... this has always been a recurring thing in Dragon Ball, like how, well, Bulma is the rich one, and Bulma is the richest person on the planet. Let's not pretend like Chi-Chi's not rich. I mean, her dad is rich, but he's an Ox King, she's the princess, they have a lot of money too. I get it, it's not her own money, but please. No, nobody's going to say that Trunks is not rich. Come on. Ooh. What will be the talk about Majin Vegeta?
This was when Vegeta's power was enhanced by Babidi.
Also, yeah.
I believe he wanted to go back to being his old evil self for a time.
Hey, something's written on his forehead. I wonder what the M stands for.
Some kind of new fashion trend? Beats the heck out of me.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't know. Also, I just want to go back to Super Saiyan 2. This wasn't... I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on it, I'm not sure how accurate this is. But I've heard multiple times that Vegeta was a Super Saiyan 2, but before he got to be Majin Vegeta. So if he was a Super Saiyan 2 before Majin Vegeta, that means that Vegeta didn't become a Super Saiyan 2 to catch up with Goku. He became a Super Saiyan 2 to catch up with Gohan. Because nobody knew what the fuck and how strong Goku was becoming in the other worlds. So saying he was to tie Goku, kind of ridiculous. Whatever. Okay, Super Vegeta. Why does he have the flag there? No, it's because of... yeah,
I remember that time Vegeta stood up to Beerus at your birthday party. What a man. Good on him.
Stop, I'm blushing. I guess everyone's opinion has kind of changed of Vegeta. Even mine.
He's a lovely husband. I admit, though, I never expected him to be so good at cooking.
I like the completely polar opposite of the convo. This kind of sounds a little bit like the fan base talking about how shitty of a father Goku is compared to Vegeta. Because so many people shit on him for Goku for being a bad dad. I don't think he's terrible. I think he's a good dad. Not, you know, flawed, but I mean... And I love Vegeta, try it.
Vegeta still has some serious anger problems. He needs to chill out and think about how he's influencing our kids.
Just when I was giving him credit for being a good father and a dedicated husband.
Oh my god, really?
He is a good parent, though. I'm the breadwinner of our household, but we're safe and sound because of him.
So that's how it works with you guys.
How do you think it worked, Videl? I think Vegeta, he might be a prince, but he has no fucking planet anymore. No kingdom. And, I mean, yeah, she's pretty smart, but she also already had, like, the whole... The family was already rich before Bulma was around.
Look at how nice this color is. Even the red suits him. Oh, how does my hubby do it?
To become a Super Saiyan God, you need to gather 6 different Saiyans.
Considering how few living Saiyans there are, thank goodness for our little Pan.
Again, love the contrast between the two, between Chi-Chi and Bulma. As Bulma is like full in. She's just horny for her man, while Chi-Chi's just like, this piece of shit. This mother.
Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan? I don't really get it, but I've heard it's super strong.
A blue-haired punk. He and Goku both discovered this look around the same time.
I've heard this transformation uses up less energy and allows you to better control the power you exert with a calm mind.
With how short-tempered and cranky he tends to be, it'd be nice if he had a calm mind like this all the time.
So this is the final... Oh no, yeah, there's one more Vegeta and then whatever that comes from the DLCs.
Huh, what do you think? Pretty wild and cool looking, isn't he?
You're telling me that's Vegeta? You've got to be kidding.
They look kind of similar, I guess. Hard to tell, though.
And now we get to... Oh, yeah, Gohan dead. I thought we were going to go for the fusions. It's going to be interesting to see Videl's her reaction to all of this. To all these Gohans.
Oh, look at my sweet little angel. Ever since he was born, I just knew he would study hard and be an academic genius.
Gohan's been a hard worker ever since he was little. And so dedicated to his studies. He's the best.
He's never seemed like he enjoys fighting. Funny how he's the complete opposite of Goku.
Too true.
This is Gohan when he was fighting Cell and the androids. I know he was defending the Earth, but he had me worried sick.
Honestly, leaving the fate of the world in the hands of a single kid? That was a huge gamble Goku took.
Gohan really got put through the ringer as a kid.
Yeah, that's why I don't really fault him for stopping to train or to not keeping up to training as much. And, you know, 7 years of peace was the longest he ever had. But, you know, I've once heard somebody describe a Vegeta this way. And I feel like every single one of us, the fans, feels the same way about Gohan as a Super Saiyan 2 and then going into adult. Someone described it was like, Vegeta's just a disappointed uncle that's depressed that he finally saw the true potential in him and then he's just let it go. And he just stopped. And it's like, yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? You feel like, oh my god, he reached the pinnacle. He's the strongest thing in the universe that we know of at the time. And that's currently, technically speaking, alive. Outside of Whis. Because Beerus is asleep. So is Majin Buu. Actually, Dabura would have been stronger. Technically. No, weaker. But there, at the close level enough, I guess. Even though it would be lower. Anyway, let's keep going.
This was Gohan at the start of his delinquent phase. He's already so handsome, he doesn't need to be blonde.
Gotta admit, though, he wears the golden spikes really well.
But ever since this happened, he let his martial arts training get too much in the way of his studies.
I don't think being behind on his studies has anything to do with being blonde.
I think he was around 10 years old by then. Becoming a Super Saiyan at that age takes real innate talent.
With guys like Goku and Vegeta, I'd say he had some pretty great role models to be inspired by.
Well, not sure I 100% agree with that assessment there, Videl, but you know what? You do you, girl. You do you. And the fact that Piccolo has yet to be mentioned once is kind of disheartening for poor old the master. Also, the true best Super Saiyan form. Just saying, best person to the best design of Super Saiyan 2 as the only one that actually looks different.
Gohan fought so hard to save the whole planet. I shouldn't be so hard on him.
Ugh, the Cell games. That was a rough time for everybody.
Cell was going to self-destruct, taking the Earth with him, and so Goku teleported him away at the last second.
Not only was Gohan in danger, but then Goku's sacrifice. Oh, Chi-Chi, you've seriously had it rough.
I'll never let my boys die again.
First things first, given the fact that we're in the Super Saiyan 2, I mean, yeah, she's super Chi-Chi, but still, knowing what we know it's about to come, that's a funny statement. Also, just double back on, just to something I never, to me, never made quite as much sense, is, you know how they're super strong, super fast, super quick, all of that. How come? This never made sense to me. Yeah, Gohan is studying and all that. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe there's something that explains it. Because I've never seen anyone else say this. How come, I get it, Gohan is studying and shit, but isn't he like super quick? I guess maybe turning the pages on a book or something would not be great at light speeds. I'm just saying, it's a little weird that you can do all these shit like super fast, quick movements, travel around the world in seconds, and it takes you forever to read a book. It's just, you know, just weird to me. Just to me. Also, again, like the fact that entire conversation had nothing to do with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Yeah, he was the one fighting Cell and the sacrifice, and Gohan was in danger and all that, but like, nothing about his valiant efforts, nothing about him kicking Cell's ass. Yeah, Goku sacrificed, not Gohan defending Vegeta after Vegeta went emotional for the truly the very true first time of the series for somebody else. No, and beating Cell with one arm. No. We must talk about how difficult it was. Well, I get it, but still.
This was Gohan when we were attending Orange Star High School. I had my suspicions about him, but I never could have guessed he was part alien.
Right. This was when the world
Yeah, who would have?
being held.
How would that be your first thought, eh?
The prize money.
The gang flew off, leaving Mr. Satan to fight 18 in a battle royale. Technically, he won,
Yeah, it was-
but he didn't exactly beat her.
Did Dad take credit for something he didn't actually do again?
All right, wait.
And he hasn't even been training lately.
Wouldn't Videl know this? Did nobody tell her? She just assumed her dad beat Android 18. Sure.
They called this form the Gold Fighter. He'd stop bank robbers on the way to school like a part-time vigilante.
No matter what he looks like, on the inside, I know he's my kind, wonderful little boy.
That sounds about
Jesus
right.
Christ,
Gohan.
Chi-Chi.
Peace only lasts so long, and a Saiyan can't just sit still with all that power. Glad he used it for good.
Is there... Like, legit, is there even a difference in the Super Saiyan 2 transformations?
It's been a
At this
while,
point?
but I think the first time that Gohan became this form was when he faced that Kibito guy in the arena.
Oh, that was when he got stabbed by those two freaks with a magic lamp-looking thing.
I remember that. And then Majin Buu came along right after. That was probably the
Also,
craziest
yeah.
time of my whole life.
With Majin Vegeta, they never really called out the fact that he murdered a shit ton of people at the World Tournament.
Our hero, Great Saiyaman, the righteous warrior who protects our fair city's peace.
I invented the device that allowed him to instantly change into his outfit wherever he wanted.
No matter what weird phases he goes through, my son is a true hero at heart. A superhero.
A superhero, wink wink, nudge nudge. Oh, and the final... Oh yeah, Ultimate Gohan comes later because he's an actual just character.
Gohan definitely looks stronger and not like a delinquent for once. Otherwise, I don't get this form.
From what he told me, the Elder Supreme Kai performed a ceremony to unlock his latent inner power.
Saiyans do the strangest things.
It's true, they do. Oh, ooh, this one might hurt.
I remember Trunks mentioned that this Gohan was his teacher in the future. That's why he looks so vastly different from the one we know today.
No matter how old he gets or even what timeline he's from, my little Gohan is just the cutest thing.
He looks so much more dramatic than the Gohan I know. The future of where the androids won must have been terrible.
Just a little bit. I swear to God, Chi-Chi, if you call him a delinquent.
From what Trunks told me, Gohan's best efforts weren't enough to stop the androids.
I guess we never crossed paths in that timeline. I would have loved to fight by his side.
Yeah, and you probably would have been dead by then.
The suffering this Gohan went through, it kills me just thinking about it.
Oh, thank God. I was concerned there for a second. I would have to... She would probably kick my ass. It's like, oh, I'll have to slap a bitch. Also, yeah, we went through the entirety of Gohan stuff and not one mention of Piccolo. Not one. We got Goku and Vegeta being referenced as good role models for Gohan. But not one mention of this man. Justice, hashtag justice for Piccolo. Get it trending.
This is when Piccolo became allies with Goku. He died protecting my son and narrowly escaped his home planet being destroyed. That's rough.
That was a crazy adventure we had on planet Namek. I'm just glad we got home in one piece.
That sounds crazy. What happened to Planet Namek anyway?
The whole planet
Oh, well,
was
I thought they were going to cut it there.
So the Namekians had to move all their people to a new one.
Good thing we have the Dragon Balls to fix problems as big as that.
Yeah. Also, Piccolo's only going to get 2...
This is around when Goten and Trunks trained with him. He's taught them a whole lot.
I don't forgive him for that time he kidnapped my son, but
Good that they mention it.
took a liking to him.
Good that they mention it.
That he was once a bad guy.
Oh yeah, for Videl, he never was. It's a shame we don't have Demon King Piccolo in this game. Hopefully, through DLCs or updates or whatever they had Dragon Ball stuff. And we're obviously still gonna get Orange Piccolo and stuff, so...
This guy is a Namekian warrior like Piccolo. I've only ever heard about him. Wonder what he's up to these days.
I heard he did a Namekian fusion with Piccolo on planet Namek. They permanently merged into each other to become more powerful.
No offense, but it's not nearly as interesting as the fusions I've seen. They look exactly the same.
Well, we're only human. Hard to relate.
Wait, was she talking about how Nail and Piccolo look the same? Because, although kind of racist, unfortunately kind of true too. Nail and Piccolo do seem very similar. Trying to think like that. I'm trying to look if their head shape is different or anything, but no. Or is she talking just about the fusion, then looking the same? Because if not, Mabi. I became Frieza for a second there.
I've known Krillin for what feels like forever. He was such a precocious little snot back then. But look at how much he's grown.
With his martial arts skills, he's teamed up with Goku and
That's
others to
rude.
protect their planet countless times. He's even got a lovely wife and daughter.
Considering how many times he's been wished back to life by the Dragon Balls, I'd say he's almost as tough as a Saiyan.
Wait, consider how many times he was brought back. Well, how many? One in the original. Then Namek. Then Boo. 3 times. Chao's been the same. Yeah. Yamcha's twice. Tien was twice. Yeah. Earth did blow up. All 3 of them were once. Gohan was once. Piccolo twice. Yes. He dies one. No. Piccolo is 3 times because of Super. In Super, he dies against Frieza, and then he's brought back with the Dragon Balls. If I'm not mistaken. It's off screen too. So Krillin died as many times as Piccolo. Goku died twice. Yeah, got revived twice. Unless we want to count the future timeline. Or the future timeline where Zamasu was from. Yeah, I guess Vegeta dies twice as well. Yeah, he does have more than most. You know what? Fair. Ooh.
Wonder how many years we've known Yamcha for now. Back in the day, he was a bandit.
Like 30?
Known as the Desert Hyena.
This is one of Goku's childhood friends. And Bulma's ex-boyfriend.
Wait, for real?
Oh yeah, you
Sure
wouldn't know
was.
that.
I dumped his sorry butt after he cheated on me. But to be fair, he has grown into a really good dude since then.
Wonder what his love life is like these days. Hope he finds somebody.
He's just a dude with a lot of money and, let's be completely honest, strong as shit. He must, unless he's like me, he should have no problems with the ladies. Also, yeah, there was a thing recently of like, who could you beat up from Dragon Ball, and some people thinking they could beat up some of the characters. I'm sorry. There's only one character in this game so far that we've seen in this area that I could probably beat up in the battle, and it's Bulma. And even then, it's maybe not. And even if I could, I'm sorry, there's a terrifying Vegeta and Trunks standing there. Just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. No. Actually, if we spool back, the only character we've seen on stream today, in the screen, the only character I probably could beat up is Pilaf. And the dog, I forget the name of it. Again, technically speaking, but then there's a Trunks right there, and so yeah, and also it would have been two girls, and I love women. But equal rights, I'm just saying. The only characters, there's only been 4, technically speaking, and 2 of them I wouldn't touch just because of the ass whooping I would get from the dudes. And I'm not even sure I could beat up Bulma. Just saying. She might pull some crazy shit that we've never seen. We don't know if Vegeta trained her to defend herself. Just saying.
Goku's been rivals with this guy for years. Now he owns his own dojo in the mountains to train the next generation of martial artists.
An eyeball on his forehead? Huh. I wonder what the world looks like through his eyes.
That's actually a fair question.
Now I'm trying to picture 3-eyed shades.
Actually, that's a good point. I should make some special sunglasses for him.
Also, does the top eye ever blink? I don't think he does. Also, you gotta wonder if he's just full human or something. I don't remember if they ever say what he was. Also, love the fact that Chaozu doesn't come next, right after Tien.
Look how handsome Trunks looks with that serious expression.
He's from the future, right?
Ooh, how many Trunks are there?
What the 3 of us are up to over in that alternate timeline.
I heard that almost all of humanity was wiped out
Well-
by the androids.
Traveling back in time to the past in order to change the future was a real feat of science.
For this Trunks, right? We don't know about Videl. Bulma is with him, building the time machine away from the androids. And Chi-Chi's up in the mountains, I'm pretty sure. We have no idea where Videl is, so.
Trunks can become a Super Saiyan just like Vegeta. Almost reminds me of Goku when he's like this.
Like delinquent father, like delinquent son. Next you'll be turning blonde, Bulma.
Hey, handsome is handsome, no matter the hairstyle or the hair color.
I doubt that.
Oh my fucking god, Chi-Chi, come on. Delinquent. The boys, the only thing left that universe has, and you're calling him a delinquent because he went blonde.
My son is excellent with a sword, but even more skilled in hand-to-hand combat. Probably gets it from Vegeta.
They're training together a lot, aren't they?
It'll be
Oh, yeah.
interesting to see how our timeline's Trunks grows up.
I mean, we've kind of seen him in Superhero. So,
Trunks has such good manners for a delinquent.
Yeah, but when he transforms, it usually means he's about to risk his life in battle, which always worries me.
It's tough work having a Saiyan for a son.
Seriously.
I don't think they're talking about the same thing anymore.
yeah, probably not. Ah, yes. The transformation that makes people think that Trunks was stronger than Vegeta. Let's be clear. Power level wise, this Trunks, yes, stronger than Vegeta. Maybe a little bit weaker than Cell. No idea how strong he would be. He's weaker than Cell, obviously, but I don't know by how much he's weaker than the Super Saiyan 2 and shit. However, the series spelled it out, and Abridged did an even better job of spelling it out to the fans. This is not stronger than Super Vegeta. This might not even be stronger than Super Saiyan, regular Super Saiyan, because of the bulk and the muscles and how slow they become. So, no. And, for a third, Goku is shown in the time chamber using this form, and Vegeta probably could learn it as well, and he probably got it, but it's like, nah, I'm not gonna go grade 3, I'll go grade 2. I'll stay at grade 2 and perfect that. And Goku went, we're gonna go to grade 4.
Look at the size of those biceps. Well, good to know your son is staying healthy.
Nah, I can't lie. His physique doesn't match.
Calm your
well
tits,
with the
Chi-Chi.
beautiful face he inherited from me.
Saiyans really do have strange physiques. Can Gohan transform this way too?
Yes. Also, I'm sorry, Bulma. The beautiful face he got from you, that boy is Vegeta with a different hair color. That's the brazy part about everybody realizing that he's the son of Vegeta, is looking at his face and going like, oh yeah, he's just Vegeta with a different color. Or hair color, not color, but different color.
This is when he came back from the future.
Oh yeah, just called Future
How
Trunks.
could I forget? It was when that Goku doppelganger
Huh.
was messing up the future.
Poor
Weird.
Trunks. It seems like he's always been faced with hardship.
Jocko said that using
Yeah.
time travel so much wasn't a good idea. But what other choice did I have but to help out my son? Trunks sure has gotten strong, hasn't he?
Yes, it's so relieving to see our kids growing up into respectable adults.
You should be proud.
Oh, that was a quick one. And no mention of delinquency by Chi-Chi.
Oh, my clever little boy. Even when he's being a brat, he's just the cutest.
I'm so glad that Goten has another kid his age to play with.
Those two get up to a lot of trouble together, but it's always a ton of fun to watch.
And here comes the comment.
Seems like no time at all that Trunks transformed as well. Vegeta was so caught off guard, he called it a Super Saiyan bargain sale.
Yeah, I've heard that Gohan had a lot of trouble.
Some things just come easier to others.
It's just once somebody does it, everybody else can do it too. Just think in our world how difficult it is in sports for somebody to do something, how ridiculous it is, and then somebody does it. And he's the only person that does it. And then after a little bit, it's just like, oh yeah, we just learned. We saw how he did it and we started doing it. Like, think about the Kamehameha. Master Roshi spent years perfecting it and utilizing it. I think Grandpa Gohan learned it, but it took him ages to do so too. And then, obviously, Goku is a Saiyan different. He sees that he does it like Vegeta. He sees everybody sensing energy and he starts to learn it. Heck, even Cell does it with instant transmission. As soon as he gets the power boost, it's like, oh yeah, I should learn instant transmission. But Super Saiyan's the same thing. Like, once somebody learns it, and also, Goten was conceived by that point where Vegeta could go... Not Goten. Trunks. Well, Goten as well. Trunks, I don't know if he was conceived when Vegeta was already a Super Saiyan, but Goten was definitely... It's in the span of the 10 days before the Cell game, so makes sense.
This little cutie's my second son, Goten. He's got a real talent for martial arts.
Chi-Chi, you used to spar with Goten, didn't you?
Yes.
I can totally see that. After all, you are tough enough to reach the quarterfinals of the World Tournament.
Hey, if
Yeah.
I don't want him to become a delinquent, I need to raise him to be strong and dependable.
That's some tough love.
Well, your boy went Super Saiyan immediately. Also, that's the other thing. A lot of people did say they could beat up Chi-Chi, and it's like, or characters from the original Dragon Ball that were the martial arts tournament. It's like, if we're talking about fighters, you're not beating anyone, mate. Sorry. You have to be a professional trained fighter to actually have a chance against these people.
I knew this would happen sooner or later. Every Saiyan eventually eventually becomes a spiky-haired delinquent.
Goten is so powerful, despite the fact that he's just a little kid.
The first time he transformed, I was furious. But then again, what else should I have expected from Goku's son?
And just like that, Trunks could also turn Super Saiyan. It was such a shock since no one actually taught him how.
Yeah. Also, before we get to the fusions, I have to very quickly go to the bathroom. So I'll be right back. Okay, so from here on out, we have the fusions, right? From the good side, from the good guys. Who do we have left? Fusions. Videl, Hercule, and Chaozu. I think that's it, right? I guess Whis and Beerus. Also, by the way, it's been an hour and we are not even halfway through.
This is the fusion of Goku and Vegeta after wearing the Patara earrings.
There was some uncertainty on this, but you can only stay fused for an hour until you run out of energy.
Yes.
I've always wondered, would a fused person be fed with a meal for one, or do they need to eat twice as much?
That's actually a good question. And would it then be also for Saiyans, for 2 Saiyans or more? Because, damn, that would be...
This is Vegeto's super form that he became while fighting against Boo. Even turned into candy, he could still kick some tail.
True.
He's usually a little cocky, but like this, he's as cool as a cucumber.
Yep, getting cocky while fighting a dangerous enemy is a bad habit.
They're strong enough. Like, really, really strong.
Vegito Blue, he called it? There's so many frickin' transformations, it's hard to keep track sometimes.
He tried on this form for the first time to take on Goku Black and Zamasu.
Wow. I wonder how much stronger they can get, even beyond that.
It'd actually be interesting to see now with the end of the manga with Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct. Just saying.
This is Gogeta as a Super Saiyan. When did they do this for the first time again?
They fused in Otherworld at a point when they were both dead at the same time.
Unbelievable. Goku's a delinquent even when he's dead.
Chi.
The fusion of Goku and Vegeta. But wait, how is it different from Vegito?
This version is the result of them performing the fusion dance. It's a lot more difficult than just putting on some earrings.
Yeah, and then collide dick
Had
first.
to do the same thing. Vegeta was not a fan of those silly poses.
Uh-huh.
Gogeta looks great when he goes super.
I'm tired of saying all this super stuff.
All right.
Hey, Chi-Chi, if you don't like to say super, how much do you like this one?
Gogeta is so immensely powerful, he was able to stop Broly's rampage.
Is this their strongest transformation of all then?
I don't know. We certainly had some nice things to say, so maybe blue is best.
I mean, yeah? Gogeta Blue would be stronger than Vegito Blue just because of how much stronger Goku and Vegeta got in that time period. I think that fusion-wise, Vegito, the Potara is a better fusion and a stronger fusion. Pretty sure, don't quote me on that. And overall, it would have been at the same. If they were fusing, like if Gogeta was at the same time as Vegito, Vegito clears. If Vegeta had been at the same time as Gogeta, Vegito would clear. Oh yeah.
Who's this supposed to be?
Is it Goku? Or maybe Vegeta? He's got a tail, it looks like, so maybe...
Either way, this guy looks kind of scary.
And that's pretty interesting. Also, yeah, I forgot Universe 6 Saiyans. Forgot about them completely as the good guys.
My sweet baby Goten. He's turned into such a little troublemaker.
He hasn't inherited a lot of Trunks' better qualities. Always getting carried away as soon as a fight begins.
It's cool that they're always so full of energy, but I don't like how much they push their opponent's buttons.
I mean, they're a cocky fusion of Saiyans and it's two kids. The hell you were expecting?
Trunkton, Gotenks. Did you say righteous Grim Reaper or some nonsense? Have some class.
Names like the Die Missile Barrage were a bit much.
Ah, what do you mean? They're fun.
Easy parenting these two, I know, but their sense of naming stuff is about what you'd expect from kids.
Yeah, and have you seen their parents? Have you seen their fathers? Have you seen some of their mentors?
Oh, his eyebrows are gone. His delinquency has reached a new level. What do we do about this, Bulma?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah, he looks a little delinquentish, I guess.
Whatever makes them happy, I guess.
Hey, let's see what Videl has to say about herself.
Hey, that's me and my good old high school days.
I admit, when Gohan first brought you over, I had my doubts.
Now that you mention it, you pretty much gave us your blessing.
Yeah, right when she found out who your father was.
Didn't you?
Hey, when I see a rich girl living in a house the size of a small village, you bet I want her engaged to my son.
You're a real mistress of subtlety, Chi-Chi.
Hey, on this one, on that one I stand with Chi-Chi. The whole delinquency shit, no. Chi-Chi, you can, I don't understand you. On this, bitch, please. Oh yeah, I forgot about Master Roshi.
This old fossil is a legendary martial artist who's trained Goku and Krillin since they were kids.
He's a skilled fighter and all, but why oh why does he have to be such a pervert?
Uh-huh. I've heard a lot of rumors about this guy.
He's looked the same for
Should've punched
so
him
many
once.
years. Think he's got some kind of ancient technique to keep himself from aging?
Oh yeah, he's like 300 years old, right? Something like that? Maybe it was a Portuguese dub that said it. I don't remember.
When the turtle hermit drops the perversion and gets serious, he's a tough one. To handle training Goku, he'd have to be.
He always gave it his all, whether it be when Frieza came to Earth or at the Tournament of Power.
He looks so different compared to when he's relaxing at Kame House.
Ooh, now we get... Wow, Chaozu's really lowered? Damn. Same thing with the Hercule. So now we get to the villains.
Frieza is the evil tyrant who destroyed planet Vegeta. He's so powerful that he just glides around in his stupid little hovercraft.
His power level was around 530,000. Really high up on himself.
So how strong is 530,000 in the grand scheme of things?
Oh, who the heck knows?
To put it into perspective, so who the heck knows? To put it into perspective, Goku, the strongest person on Earth in the beginning of the Saiyan saga, I believe has a power level of 300? And that Goku was strong enough to conquer the world. Same thing with Demon King with Piccolo. Vegeta, when he came to Earth, was 18,000? Pretty sure, 18,000? So, and that was the most terrifying thing to happen on the planet at that time. So, 500,000. What is that?
Frieza turned into this brutish thing after Vegeta coaxed it out of him.
Krillin got impaled on one of his horns.
Yeah.
Gohan told me it was gruesome to watch.
My little
Yeah.
angel Gohan battled a monster like this?
At the age of
I shouldn't have let him
5, 6, 5, 5. I think 5. And here comes the lawsuit.
Ugh. Now he's got this elongated skull. Disgusting.
Honestly, I think he looked stronger before.
You think the stretched out head was intentional? Or was that just part of the transformation without him knowing?
I'd rather not put myself in Frieza's mind.
Yes, because then you would start calling your husband Monkey, and it'll all go wrong.
This is what he looks like most often these days.
True.
You know what? He kinda looks better without the horns.
He's got a nightmarish aura about him.
He does.
This is when Frieza gathered all his strength and beefed himself up.
Judging by the size alone, the second form still looked a lot stronger than this. But I guess it must be his most powerful form.
Typical women judging a man by his
All
size.
these transformations.
Oh, with Mecha Frieza was
After Goku defeated him, Frieza came back with a cybernetic body.
Repairing yourself with mechanical parts. There's some truly incredible technology we have now.
Yeah. Until Trunks came in and made cold cuts out of him.
Yeah, it was ridiculous how weak Frieza was compared to Trunks.
Still don't know if Whis bringing Frieza back to life was the best idea.
Talk to Goku about that one.
He said that he had no intention of turning over a new leaf.
At least he had no delusions that what he was doing was evil.
If he does anything really bad, we'll just have Goku deal with him again.
I hope that the end of the spoilers Frieza saga is that Vegeta ends up being the one to beat him.
Whoa! It's so shiny I'm almost blinded by it.
Turning golden when you power up. It's so much like a Super Saiyan.
In other words,
Oh yeah!
delinquent form.
Never realized that. Yeah, it's basically just Super Frieza. Huh. Here comes the sex pest.
This thing looks very unique.
This was Dr. Giro's ultimate android creation. He absorbs the bioextract of humans to make himself stronger.
Yeah, it was
He
grim.
devoured entire city populations, all for the sake of attaining a transformation.
It's kind of grim to look back on the things that this Cell did. All things considered, the most terrifying form of Cell is actually just this one.
This is Cell after absorbing number 17.
Yep, Vegeta fought this freak. Why does he look like that?
Even 17 couldn't make him any more human-like, or any less repulsive.
I guess fair point.
After Cell absorbed 17 and 18, he went on to host his own tournament called the Cell Games. What a strange thing to do.
I couldn't believe it when I found out Gohan defeated him when he was just a kid.
Goku always pushes things
Yeah.
too far. Piccolo was really angry at him.
Finally giving some props to Piccolo, Jesus Christ.
Not only did he survive self-destructing, but he came back even stronger than before.
That's just the Saiyan thing.
Perfecter Cell? It never ends with this guy.
For all the horrible things he did, he deserves to rot in the underworld.
Wait, was that a motherfucking TFS reference? Perfecter Cell! I wish I could just grab the voice clip for it. Because Yamcha says, like, now, I am Perfecter Cell! How does he say it? Acro Yamcha, but please be quiet or something like that? So good. Oh, I miss Team 4-Star. So much.
Cell created a bunch of miniature copies of himself, but Gohan eradicated all 7 of them.
Yeah.
Was it 8?
Considering just one of them was strong enough to overpower Vegeta, it's incredible how easily Gohan took them all out.
And he's usually so calm and kind-hearted. I can't even picture that.
Also, fun fact about the Cell Juniors, which will become more interesting later. I believe there's a special manga chapter where in the tournament, I think it's like during the Tournament of Power, Goten and Trunks stay on the island that 17 is a park ranger for, and the Cell Juniors are there because they can regenerate, and in the manga, unlike what happened in the anime, and the anime suffered a case of censorship because in the manga, Gohan doesn't explode them, but beats the living crap out of them with like still one punch and shit. It's just that like their organs and stuff are everywhere, so yeah, they survived. So it's pretty cool. We're finally at the booze.
This is Boo, who lives at our house now. All he ever does is eat and sleep, but he's actually super powerful.
I know he's tremendously strong, but why wasn't he in the Tournament of Power again?
As he fell
He
asleep.
ended up training a little too hard. And then he took a nap that he couldn't wake up from in time. Oops.
Or a better reason is, if he was in the Tournament of Power, or Universe 7 could have never lost, because Majin Buu is OP. He can regenerate, he can heal people without using outside shit. He would have been a broken character. He could turn people into candy if he wanted to. Too OP. Please nerf.
This guy was made from all the evil that Boo expelled from himself into a separate being. He's so pale and emaciated.
He looks really unhealthy here.
Yeah, you can see his
That
ribs.
nasty Majin Buu is long gone. To us, now he's just Boo.
When the bad Boo absorbed the good Boo, he became even more evil.
Yeah.
Piccolo said Boo never tried to hurt my dad, even when he was like this.
Yeah,
And now they're the best of friends.
it's true. The human, the genocide he commits on the human race, like his blast specifically doesn't hit Hercule.
This is Boo after he absorbed Gotenks and Piccolo. How could he do that to my baby boy?
How could he? Well,
Also absorbed their worst personality traits.
With how many people he can absorb at once, I don't even want to think about what the inside of Majin Buu's body looks like.
you can watch the anime and you can see.
He even absorbed my poor Gohan! Actually, I forget. How did he and the others escape from inside of him?
Our husbands fused into Vegito, let themselves be absorbed into his body, and then ripped Gohan and the others out of their imprisonment.
Yes.
Rip them out? Okay, now I'm kind of curious, but how the heck would Boo be able to show me what his insides look like?
Pause. Also, just gonna say, strongest Boo. I don't understand how there are people think that this Boo is not the strongest out of all of them. It's mind-boggling to me that they don't. This is the strongest. It's this Boo, then I think it's Boo Tanks, then maybe Super Boo? Maybe? I think Kid Boo is actually the weakest of the Boos. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. Because he's the Boo, the original form of Boo without any absorptions.
This was Majin Buu's last form when Goku was able to defeat him. He doesn't talk much. Not a thought behind those eyes.
He got so tiny all of a sudden.
Don't let his size fool you. It took a spirit bomb with energy gathered from everyone on Earth to defeat him.
But though you were there at that point.
Close call.
Also, just gonna point out, I haven't started seeing Daima yet, I'm gonna start soon. But I know they introduced a new Majin, which to me is a very funny Majin. Because it's a Majin that's, spoilers, created from utilizing a seed from a Cyberman. But what is really funny to me is his name. You know how these guys are Majin Buu? Because they go along with Babidi and Bibidi and making Bibidi Babidi Boo. This new Majin, to me, it's very funny as a Portuguese man. Because it is not spelled the same way as it is in Portuguese, because we use a C for it instead of a K, but it still sounds like it, because the new Majin is called Majin Ku. And in Portuguese, Ku is the word for ass. So his name is Majin Ass. Make of that what you will. I think that when Daima gets translated into Portuguese, it's going to be real funny to see what their name is going to be. Same thing for Chi-Chi, by the way. I could be wrong, but in Portuguese, her name was not Chi-Chi, I believe it was Kika. I could be wrong on that, I'm misremembering her name in the Portuguese version. Because her name in Portuguese is one of the words we utilize for peeing. And mostly used for kids, when kids are talking like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, and they say her name Chi-Chi, which is, I have to go, and yeah, so they changed her name. I'm pretty sure it was Kika. Could be wrong. It's like Piccolo. Piccolo's name is also not Piccolo, which, by the way, it's a weird thing that we to change the name we gave him. Because the name we gave him, I'm going to give you the rough translate. Not the rough translate, I'm going to give you the translation of it is. Because the Portuguese name of it is Coraçãozinho de Satã, which translates to English as Little Heart of Satan. I get it, of Kami, which I believe we just called him Almighty. I mean, listen, I haven't watched Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z in the Portuguese dub in ages, but I'm pretty sure, which is also very funny because if you know, the Portuguese version was basically the original abridged series because they had to cut so much, and not cut, but I had to add so much comedy because it was on network television, effectively. It was on free TV. And because at the time so they were given the TV channel that it was, they had to like dial back a lot of the language for it, or making it more comedy so it was okay for kids to watch, which is why I watched it as a kid. But yeah, that's why I also always was super cool with Dragon Ball, or Bridge, I should say. But it's really funny to me that the version that dialed everything back had a guy with the literal name of Satan. And then for Mr. Satan, we just called him Hercules. Or just Hercule, with an extra S, because in Portuguese we say Hercules instead of Hercule. So, you know. Speaking of, also, until I played, what was it, Budokai 3, did I learn that his name was actually Mr. Satan, or Hercule Satan, with Satan City in the back. I never knew. I don't believe in Portuguese they ever mentioned it, his last name. I think he just called him Hercule. It's because of Piccolo and, yeah.
That's my dad, the world champion, Mr. Satan.
Still such a popular guy. People named an entire city in his honor after he defeated Cell, as we all know.
Yeah.
I know. He's gotten all these accolades that our friends deserve for how hard they fought to protect us.
Hey, he's a charismatic guy. It happens. I can't imagine how insufferable Vegeta would be if he let things go to his head.
You know what? He's worked hard and done a lot for us.
Watch Abridged.
I hope Mr. Satan continues
You'll
to
see.
do his best going forward.
Especially the Broly movie.
He
Hey, finally get to
Shinron
Chaozu.
used to train under the sinister Crane Hermit. Also, for some reason, he's always looked like he's a tiny baby.
Yeah, what is
Despite
he?
how cute he looks, I know he's like a telekinetic assassin or something, right? Underestimate him
And a
you'll pay
prince?
the
I could be
price.
wrong.
He
Forget.
has a brave and honorable side to him. One time, he gave his life for Tien Shinhan with a kamikaze attack.
As Abridged Nappa would say, it turned out to be pointless, unfortunately for him. Hey, Judge Robi. I
He's
completely
hung
forgot
out
about
a
him
lot
too.
with Goku and Krillin. These days, I think he spends a lot of time at Korin's tower.
Is Yajirobe a farmer? He always seems to be bringing beans to Goku and Piccolo.
Those are sensu beans.
Thank you, Videl.
I've tried some before. Not sure how they work, but
Wait.
they always help Goku and his friends get healed
How
up.
did Chi-Chi not know about Sensu? You know.
This girl. I can
Oh, yeah, 'cause they're
almost feeling
super.
that I know her from somewhere.
Same here.
Doesn't she look like someone we know?
Wait, actually, she looks a lot like my little Pan, doesn't she?
Look! This is a little glimpse into the future of your daughter all grown up.
Hey, they got there eventually. Oh, how'd I forget Oob?
Such a polite young man.
Definitely well-mannered, but maybe not so strong.
Don't ask me why, but I feel like he's a million times stronger than he looks.
Yeah, if he trained properly, he could take on Goku, don't you think?
Maybe. We'll see.
Now this looks like a strong fighter.
I bet Goku would want to fight him.
He literally just changed
He's
outfits.
always looking for his next challenge.
For them, he legitimately just changed outfits. What? I guess he's a little bit more buff, I guess. Oh, Bardock.
This was Goku's father who died many years ago. I'd love to meet him someday when I pass away.
He looks a lot like Goku, but way more serious.
If he's a Saiyan, I bet good money he was killed by Frieza.
Uh-huh.
Oh, poor guy.
I'm grateful that he delivered my Goku here to me in our little
Oh, yeah.
planet.
Changed. Also, yeah, no Super Saiyan, because that's not canon.
I can't
And this game
believe
went with only
nasty
canon things.
jerk was Goku's older brother. He was plotting.
Oh,
an
yeah,
invasion
they really
and
came late,
treated
don't
like
they?
Princess Gohan.
He was described to me as violent and cruel and hot-blooded. The total opposite of Goku.
Thank
Yep.
goodness it was Goku who landed on Earth first.
Yeah, you would all been dead had it been anyone else. Hey, look, the new Majin.
This is a bioweapon that the Frieza Force uses. They're man-made creatures that are instantly born from seeds.
Their self-destruct attack is so unsettling.
Life is fleeting.
Can we really call them man-made? I guess so.
Look
But
how
still.
strong this guy is. He and Vegeta came to invade Earth many years ago.
Yep.
In the end, Vegeta finished him off for not being useful
It was paralyzed, wasn't
He
he?
was a real villain back then, huh?
Yeah, and Nappa also, people forget, he killed Piccolo, which eliminated the Dragon Ball, so... Oh yeah, the rest of the Frieza Force. We still have the Ginyu Force, too.
Aggravatingly handsome guy was one of Frieza's right-hand men.
He is pretty. Oh, yeah.
I'd be able to appreciate his looks if he wasn't a sleazy villain.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sure, Bulma.
He ain't so pretty now.
Yeah, no. Ugh, I like his first form better.
Sacrificed.
Who could have seen it coming?
Favor of power.
Even with the boosted strength, he barely stood a chance against Vegeta.
Oh yeah, she was there right in front there. Right front and center.
The way this freak talks, the way he violently attacks people, and how gross he is. Ugh, can't stand him.
He was a former colleague of Vegeta's as well. When he quit, he wiped out Dodoria in an instant.
Huh? You mean Vegeta used to work for the Frieza Force too?
Let's just say I try to leave Vegeta's past
Well,
in the past.
working is a strong sentence to say there. Also, I'm gonna be honest, when I watched the bridge for the first time and they made the joke about Dodoria being a woman, I was like, wait, is he a woman? I always thought it was a dude. Maybe I was wrong. You know, it was the early days. It was like, God, 10 years ago? Over 10 years ago at this point? Actually longer. Because Namekamania is 2011 and they made the joke before that. Jesus Christ. Time. 14 years ago, maybe close to 15. You know, I was just getting into the internet and shit, so I was like, maybe I got it all wrong the whole time, which is funny because recently I think I heard that the TFS also was like, they didn't remember that. They were like, is Dodoria a woman or did we make it up? Which is, it's pretty funny to me. Ah, Qui!
Huh. He's got the armor of Frieza's minions, but I don't recognize him.
He's pretty unremarkable. Tried to get Vegeta with a really lame surprise attack, only to be blown to smithereens out of the sky.
How?
Youch! That's gotta be one terrible fireworks show.
I like how proud Bulma was of that one. Oh, Ginyu's the first one.
Unforgivable. This jerk took over my beloved Goku's body. Not
He
only
did.
that, he used it to attack Gohan.
Did that too.
Hey, this guy is the lowest of the low. A true warrior would fight fair and square with their own body.
Did he ever end up back in his own body?
Long story short, he screwed up and wound up swapping with the body of an alien frog.
Yeah.
He escaped back then. Probably still out there somewhere.
Nah, he's dead now. The man that doesn't sell anything.
So many of these hench guys with the same armor. I can barely tell them
Damn.
apart.
Damn!
I was Raccoon from the Ginyu Force. Yet another guy that Goku defeated in battle.
This muscle frame and the orange mohawk? I remember one of the androids looks kind of like him.
Oh,
The
yeah!
one who became friends with Gohan? I don't think that's the same guy.
Wait, would you consider Android 16 and Gohan friends? I guess.
The blue hurricane of the Ginyu Force. He calls himself the fastest in the universe.
In the end, he was all talk and Goku beat him easily. So much for being fast.
Oh, he said the fastest, not
I
the
bet if
strongest.
Goku fought him today, he could beat him running backwards.
Goku could be... First things first, it's not just Goku, like 90% of the main characters could. By just like standing there and waiting for him to start to get to the finish line and then going, okay, I'll go now.
Magma of the Ginyu Force, second in command, Jace. He's actually kind of cute.
Kinda, but the weird poses he does sorta kills it for me.
I don't get his outfit. Long sleeves and shorts? What? Is it winter on his arms and summer on his legs?
Hey, it's the style in Space Australia. Also, really, the weird poses, Videl, the woman that dates the Great Saiyaman. Or is married to and had kids.
He's a member of the Ginyu Force who uses telekinesis. I heard Krillin and Gohan had a hard time with him.
They did.
Whoa, this guy's got 4 eyes. Must be nice to be able to see in all directions.
He was on planet Namek, but I never caught a glimpse of him.
Yeah, where's the dog treat?
It's Frieza's dad. I wonder if he can change into all sorts of different forms as well.
Yeah, we never see
Trunks
anything else.
obliterated him in about 2 seconds, so I couldn't tell ya. Barely remember him.
I think he's in hell with the other bad guys. Serves him
Yeah,
right.
who could have seen that one coming? Oh, we get to the androids.
This is an android created by Dr. Giro. He loves nature and animals, and he even became friends with Gohan.
Despite
Again,
being
friends
made
is a
by
strong
the
word.
same guy, each of the androids have such distinct personalities.
Maybe it's because they're each based on a unique model of some kind?
Yeah, he was made in the image of his son. And then the movies, not the movies, the games made it canonical that Android 21, you know, the hot one from Fighters, was modeled after his wife. So just so you know, Dr. Giro has more game than you will ever have. You have to live with that now. I already had accepted that, and then you see Androids 21 and you go like, there's no way in hell I would ever pull a woman that looks like that. So yeah, my boy pulled it. Pulls.
This is
Giro
AK's
pulls.
twin brother. Back then, he was really mean-spirited and cruel.
He was a real problem for Dr. Giro, constantly disobeying his orders and all.
Yeah,
He
then
was
killed him.
converted into an android against his will, wasn't he? Can't
They
blame
were.
him for his bad attitude.
Finally, something I can agree with Chi-Chi on. Oh, wow, we immediately super.
Looks like 17's chilled out a bit. These days, he protects the forests on a remote island, and he's a dad.
When he won the Tournament of Power for us, I know he wanted a nice boat for him and his family. But he wished to save our universe instead.
Well, I gave him an expensive cruiser, so wish fulfilled.
Just what I'd expect from the richest woman on Earth.
And you know, he saved all the universe. Well, technically saying all the universes saved ours, so.
Gotta say, Krillin scored himself a gorgeous wife.
Krillin is
I
a
wonder
is a
if
big
Cyber
winner.
looks like her and her brother age after they've been mechanically altered. Guess only time will tell.
According to
Happy
GT,
18 and
yes.
Young and beautiful forever?
A wife who's young forever. What more could a guy dream of?
She went from being one of our most hated enemies to being a fellow protector of the planet. Crazy how things change, huh?
Yeah, how many of them did that? Oh, she doesn't. Oh, yeah, she doesn't have a super
This
form.
is that strange-looking android who attacked the city with Dr. Giro.
Android 19 was Dr. Giro's most obedient creation. Bet he wished he designed all of them to be like that.
Yeah, you probably should have.
All of 19s would be a pain to defeat.
Probably, it could be.
The androids and Cell were created by this mad scientist. Ugh, what a waste of intelligence.
This guy was a researcher for the Red Ribbon Army, right?
Yep. Goku crushed the Red Ribbon Army when he was a kid. And since then, the remnants have carried a grudge against him.
Yeah, they're still around.
He revived Majin Buu, endangering the whole planet. He can also use his magic to control the minds of people with evil in their heart.
Think he could cast a spell that could rehabilitate delinquents?
That's one way to use your magic.
God damn it, Chi-Chi. And here I thought we were done with the delinquent talk.
I hear this guy's
There's no more Super Saiyans.
or something. The look of him definitely screams evil to
I mean,
me.
he's just the
Why
devil.
would such an important figure kneel to someone like Babidi? It makes no sense.
It was Bobity's magic that made him into a servant.
Thank you, Fidel.
Eventually, Boo transformed him into a cookie and gobbled him up.
It must be harsh for the demon world now that they've got no king. Wonder if he had any family.
Also, didn't you all meet him in the... Oh, no, it's filler. Anime filler. Of Frieza Soldier.
Frieza's cannon fodder. I don't know how someone so horrible can have so many followers.
Pretty good benefits.
They're well equipped and well organized. Even got a proper uniform.
I wonder if working for Frieza has good health benefits.
I mean, according to the games, they're really well paid off. I mean, each member of the Frieza Force, of the Ginyu Force, owns a planet.
Who's this?
He kind of reminds me of Vegeta and Goku, but
Yeah, I get that.
Oh yeah, because
Gives me the
he's non-canon.
strangest feeling.
You think so? Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess I see it.
Because this is the non-canon one.
Now this looks like a strong fighter.
What's up with his hair?
also a Saiyan?
That must be why he has such a similar vibe.
Look at his hair,
than
like,
the others.
moving. Like, look. If I do this... His hair is standing still. That one, he's always moving.
Those muscles are ridiculous inside.
They are.
They certainly look stronger.
So, is this different from a regular Super Saiyan form?
Yes,
Either way,
because it's legendary.
dangerous.
Now we get to the real Broly,
Broly guy supposedly grew up in the wild.
the canon
He's
Broly.
so strong that even Goku couldn't beat him on his own.
He worked for the Frieza Force for a little while. I hope he's not another bad guy to deal with.
No, not
He was
really.
actually being used by his father and is rather innocent at heart. The way he talks is kind of adorable, in its own way.
Yeah?
Broly's become a delinquent too. Must be his dad.
I forgot about this for Super Saiyan.
I've heard that Broly's father, Paragus, put an electric collar on him to make him obey his commands.
He did.
Awful to do that to your own child.
His hair is so spiked out and his muscles are bulging. He looks like he's about to explode or something.
He
In
could.
this state, you lose your sense of self, apparently. That's part of why Broly's training with Vegeta and Goku under Beerus.
Well, mostly under
Come
Whis.
visit Earth sometime.
Yeah, without wanting to blow it up. Oh, we get to the movies.
He wished for immortality and wanted to overrun the Earth with his demon legion. He's like a competent version of Pilaf.
That's actually a fair way to call it.
Life, then that means he's still alive out there somewhere.
If he ever
Yeah,
shows
in the
his
dead
face
zone.
again, Goku and Gohan will knock him out.
Also, yeah, what would happen if he was sent, like, for example, Goku beat Cooler by sending him into the sun, although he then survived and returned as Metal Cooler. What would happen to him? Would he just be stuck in the sun?
Ugh, this quack was a real problem. He wanted to implant his
This
brain
quack?
in Goku's body.
Ew, that's disgusting.
That's also
So
pretty big
lucky
brain.
you managed to dodge that bullet.
He was a scientist when he was alive, right? If he wasn't evil, I bet you two would have a lot in common, Bulma.
Maybe not. I wouldn't want to know what's inside that brain.
Yeah, fair point. Hey, Turtles!
This Saiyan bully looks just like Goku, but they're not even remotely related to each other.
Yeah,
So he's like the shadow to Goku? Well, don't confuse them and accidentally give this creep a hug.
He may look like Goku on the outside, but he's rotten to the core on the inside.
was that a motherfucking Sonic reference?
He's a Namekian like Piccolo, but his evil heart makes him very uncommon from the rest of his kind.
He wanted to use the Dragon Balls to gain eternal youth. Can't say I haven't thought of the same thing.
Hey, come on now.
Hey, come on now. Also, I'll say it because we had Garlic Jr. and Lord Slug, and they both asked for these things. I'm sorry. Anyone that asks for immortality without eternal youth is a dumbass. Because you're just gonna keep aging and aging and aging. Think about it. Think about if a human being at 100 years old, right? Look at Kami in Dragon Ball and Super Kami Guru. Look at those guys. Look at And now think about getting older, living for a million more years and still getting older. Nah. Immortality without eternal youth is a wasted of a wish.
That slug in his giant form, all this did was amplify his weakness to high-pitched noises.
Piccolo hates those kinds of noises too, right?
My mischievous
Yes.
side wants to whistle in his vicinity.
Yeah, the Mechans don't really like whistling.
Frieza's older brother looks a lot like him. Their voices are quite distinct, though.
Yet another jerk who's got a bone to pick with Goku.
I wonder if Frieza
Well-
is so insecure about being short because his brother is so much taller than him.
Damn! You're gonna have to bring that up. Also, to be fair to Cooler, he only came to Earth because only had a bone to pick with Goku because Goku killed Frieza. Although, why would he care? It's still Frieza.
This is what Cooler looks like when he gets serious. He's all spiky and wears a face mask.
Gotta be tough to breathe in that mask.
Probably ventilated.
I also never understood why the tip of his tail has the white in it. The white tip makes, I don't know, looks weird to me.
This is one of
Ooh,
the
it's really
million
shiny.
robots Cooler made when he was at Death's door. Just when it seemed like he was done with. What a sore loser.
Yeah, with the
There was
spaghetti
no
tree.
end to them. I don't know what kind of technology they were crafted from.
That was Big
I
Spaghetti
wouldn't
Star.
want it to fall into
Or the
wrong
Serengeti
hands.
Star.
Frieza's family's bad news, no matter what form they take.
This is another one of the androids that Dr. Gero made. Looks like its sole purpose is to kill Goku.
That old
Yeah.
crap never quits, does he? I wish he'd forget about Goku and go do something else with his life.
You're right. His research could have been put to far better use.
Also, apparently, allegedly, now I just remembered. Because I was going to say, I wonder who this one is based off, but because this is non-canon, so it doesn't count. But allegedly, this is what this android's design, or you know how Gero based every single one of his designs on certain things, outside of Android 17 and 18 and 19, who was just a clown, and Gero being 20 being Gero himself, and 16 allegedly is Gero's son. 21 is Gero's wife, Voem, I forget her name. And this, allegedly, is supposed to be Gero himself, complete with trucker hat. And you know what? I can now understand why Gero would be able, if this is how Gero looked, makes perfect sense that he would pull to Android 21. Just saying.
This was when Android 13 absorbed parts from 14 and 15. Goku crushed him with the power of a spirit bomb.
I was
Yeah,
worried sick when
basically
Goku
Spirit
got
Saiyan.
in the hospital. Thank goodness he was able to get back to his studies.
After
Of course you
that,
would think
Vegeta
that.
and Piccolo kind of just didn't come home for a while. At least not till the fish jumped. Oh, and don't ask.
It's not open to the fish jumps.
This is a bad guy who came to take over Earth. He
Yeah.
and his gang came to interrupt a tournament.
They did.
Everyone ended up in the hospital after defeating Bojack. Oh, I was so worried.
Wait, there was a newspaper article saying my dad defeated him. Ugh, did he take all the credit again?
What do you think?
This is Bojack after he powered up and transformed his look. He changed his hair and his
Oh yeah, he does change his
Gohan
skin
was
color.
the one who took him down, right? People who risk their lives to protect others are the coolest.
Goku left it to the kids again. Oh, wait, was he dead at the time?
Yes. Janemba! Janemba!
Aw, this chubby little guy reminds me of Boo.
He's not all that smart since he can only say his name over and over, but I heard he got really sad when Goku said mean things to him.
Goku really can be an idiot sometimes.
Nah, you think?
This was when Janemba transformed, after Goku had him against the ropes.
I don't think I've ever seen two forms of the same person so radically different.
He's gonna catch a cold with his midriff exposed like that.
I really hope Daima makes this motherfucker canon. They've made so many things from the movies and shit canon. Like, Cooler is one that I'm like, I don't know how you could make him canon outside of a different universe. But this mother in Daima, because people are like, oh, you brought Majin Ku, but you haven't brought Janemba yet. I hope Janemba becomes canon in some way, shape, or form, because he's such a cool design.
He looks a little intimidating, but I remember hearing that he was an ancient hero that sealed away a giant monster or something.
He gave Trunks his sword as a gift. It's become his most treasured possession, a keepsake of their time together.
Think he's been doing well since then?
He went back 1,000 years into the past using our time machine. I hope we see him again someday.
Basically, Link. Also, just gonna point out, it was a mod I've seen of him as Link that made me wanna, like, I'm opposed and I don't like the idea of Smash Brothers going 3D, but if they go 3D, I hope it's an arena fighter like Sparking Zero. But seeing the Link model and the mod made me go like, ooh, that actually would go hard.
A big old bug that could turn into smoke and swallow you whole.
Ah! This thing was sealed inside Tapion's body. Goku defeated
Yeah.
him, but the city took a toll. It was a real mess.
Vegeta was pissed when his house was destroyed.
True. Oh, look, it's baby Vegeta.
I mean, he kinda looks like him.
I'm not gonna lie, he's kinda scary.
The original white hair transformation.
Who the heck is this baby guy anyway?
Beats the heck out of me.
Another cool idea that could be made into canon in the future. I don't know if they will do baby Vegeta again because of how much stronger Vegeta is now, but it would be cool to see.
This baby guy doesn't stay in the same form for long, huh?
Transformed again already? Daring today, aren't we?
At this point, I can't even tell how strong he is.
This is Super Saiyan 2, I believe. Because Super Baby 1, I would say Super Saiyan 1. Or is Baby Vegeta... I've heard somebody say that, like, Baby Vegeta is Baby Vegeta, the first one we have there. It's actually just Super Saiyan, then Super Saiyan 2 is Baby 1, and Super Baby 2 is Super Saiyan 3, but who knows.
He turned into a great ape!
Does that mean he's also a Saiyan?
That's one big monkey. Would we ever be able to defeat something?
Easy there, Frieza.
What the? This guy is the scariest looking dragon I've ever seen.
I like the fact that it has a smile there.
Those eyes of his. I feel like Goku and the others would struggle against him as an enemy.
Another cool idea
He
from
feels
GT.
more powerful than anyone they've ever faced.
Yeah.
GT had good ideas. I liked GT as a kid. As an adult, I've started to more and more be like, And it has nothing to do with just, oh, the people hate on it, that's why you would hate on it too. So I'm like, nah. It's like, once you remove nostalgia, it's like, it had some cool ideas, but a lot of the execution of GT was just bad.
Oh no! The dragon transformed!
The Dragon Balls have become a part of him. Are they what caused this?
Who can say?
Yes.
Oh, those spikes on his back make me cringe in fear.
But I doubt we'll ever
He's
see
even
this
more
now.
powerful than before.
Because, like, I think Daima revealed that the dragon now works in the, like, oh, you get more wishes the more times you use the Dragon Ball. So I guess we'll maybe not see any of
I
that.
swear, there's so many muscle-bound fighters that just so happen to be bald.
Ugh, this guy was such a creep. You know, Gohan once told me that having shorter hair makes it harder for the opponent to grab you.
I guess Krillin, Tien, and Master Roshi had the right idea, huh?
Yeah. Also, Videl, you could have ended that fight multiple times. You should have just forfeited. And also, by the way, yeah, fight was brutal, but listen, Videl killed the guy. It's a fact. If the guy was not a Majin, she killed him out of frustration because she was getting her ass kicked. She killed the dude. So everything that happened is her fault. I don't blame Spopovich. Hashtag Spopovich did nothing wrong. Just saying. Justice for Piccolo and Spopovich did nothing wrong. Videl should have quit the fight. Just saying. And not kill the guy.
I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Vegeta groveling in front of anyone. But a god of destruction would do it.
Yet with no hesitation, you had the guts to slap him right across the face.
True.
Yeah, he ruined
Oh,
my
she didn't
party
know
after
at the
all.
time.
So intense. I can't believe all that happened over some pudding.
It's true.
Whis is an angel who works as Beerus's attendant and teacher. He's also my foodie buddy.
Oh, that
Foodie
Whis.
buddy?
He's always transporting Goku somewhere, again and again.
Oh, I'm jealous. I want a foodie buddy.
Just ignore
Tough
Chi-Chi.
demeanor, but he can also be pretty strict.
I love the fact that she just completely ignored Chi-Chi.
Trunks came from the distant future to our era to fight this guy.
Why did he have to go and steal Goku's body?
Maybe it's just because he wanted to be as strong as a Saiyan. Who knows? These bad guys are just jerks.
I know, right? I mean, it's a simple reason, but I get it. Though I question why he didn't take Vegeta's body instead.
This pink-haired villain better not do anything to tarnish my Goku's reputation looking like that.
Super Saiyan Rose, he called it. So pretentious.
He
Wow.
looks like Goku, but his name and manner of speaking are pretty conceited.
What a total narcissist.
Damn. I mean, I get it, them hating on it, but still. I mean, they're...
Is a Supreme Kai like ours, but from another universe?
Powerful as he is, he's still only training to become a Supreme Kai. Shin from our universe is a lot less intimidating.
Yeah.
What did the Supreme Kai actually do anyway?
Man, there's so many types of gods. It's hard to keep track of them all.
Completely agree with Vidal. And also, I agree with you. What the fuck does Supreme Kais do?
This was the Potara fusion between Zamasu and the fake Goku. Though there's barely any Goku you could glean from this freak.
His hairstyle is a little bit in the vein of Goku, I guess.
Yeah,
But the
in
way
Super
he
Saiyan.
speaks, and especially the way he thinks, doesn't have a lick of Goku in it.
Yeah, it's almost as if Goku is not there at all and it's just Zamasu.
Ah! What the heck is that supposed to be?
It's so terrifying. Why
I mean-
is he melting?
This was the result of his
Brothers, I mean-
desperation to beat Goku and the others.
Is this what a fusion between Goku and Vegeta gone wrong would look like?
Huh? Oh, I hope not. Think of the kids.
I can see where they're going with it, but still.
The audacity of this creep. He's an assassin who went after Goku.
Despite being a loner, I heard that during the Tournament of Power, he used his time skip to rescue his teammates.
According to the data, he's over 1,000 years old. He's much older than he looks.
Shouldn't an assassin have their personal information a little more private?
Also, Chi-Chi, Goku brought it upon himself. Like, actually having go after him because he wanted to.
Huh? Is this another of Frieza's claim?
Never realized he had
Looks
little
similar,
boots.
but comes from a different universe.
I don't
And
like
pants,
this
I
guy
guess.
One bit.
He seems like the type that would cheat to win.
He would. I love the fact, again, I never noticed until there that he actually has like a design for pants and boots.
This is a Saiyan from Universe 6 who claims to be Vegeta's student. He's very proper and polite.
Is it really okay for him to have Vegeta as his teacher?
What's that supposed to
Yeah,
mean?
I can't really picture him as a sensei.
He's been
Probably
training your
just wants
kids.
to learn how to do Vegeta's special techniques. I would.
You know what? Vidal is real for that one.
He's become a delinquent!
Look at that.
I forgot about
I
this
guess
universe.
Every Saiyan can turn Super Saiyan.
Our universes have more similarities than we think.
Swear to Kamishi's gonna call him at the one thing again.
Bet you anything it's because of Vegeta's influence that he became a delinquent, right?
He looks about as prideful as his master gets.
He'd be giving in to his anger, probably convinced that it's a Saiyan's true nature. I can just picture it.
I love Bulma's every time she impersonates Vegeta. But I'm just gonna point out that Gohan went Super Saiyan, and you wouldn't dare say that's the influence of Vegeta.
This is a female Saiyan from Universe 6. She's a confident puck. Totally hardcore.
Pan and Bolo will be as tough as her someday.
Chi-Chi's gonna lose her
They're
mind.
not delinquents.
Oh my fucking god, no words for Chi-Chi.
This chick was a delinquent even before she became a Super Saiyan.
I'll give her that
You're
one.
not wrong.
No objections here.
That one is fair. That one's fair.
She looks so shy and mild-mannered. Is she a Saiyan too?
I'm pretty sure she is. Maybe not every Saiyan wants to be a fighter.
With as many
Yeah.
Saiyans as she's usually surrounded by, quiet Saiyans must be a rare breed on their planet.
On any Saiyan planet from what we've seen.
This is when she loses total control of her own power. Better to be safe and just stay out of her way.
Incredible! So this is what a female Saiyan looks like when she really lets loose.
She's gotta be overflowing with power.
This is when she gets her power under control and stops going berserk. Looks like her physique balanced out a bit too, huh?
You make it sound like she went on a diet.
Even if she looks different, that doesn't mean she's any less strong.
I like the fact that for Kale, they knew exactly what they were talking about, but for so many other girls, like, beats me. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's Maybelline, who knows?
When Kale and Caulifla fuse with those Patara things, they call themselves Kefla.
They're earrings.
As other universes name their fusions like we do.
I wonder what their name would be if they did the fusion dance instead.
Cauliflail?
Not very intimidating.
Yeah, not really.
Her hair is such a blindingly bright color now, and she's always hyper all the time too.
Yeah, she's pretty energetic.
Cabba's gonna have a tough time wrangling her.
Oh, hello, Q. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? You got, once again, very close to the end. This is very funny.
This saucy little delinquent is super tough, uses foul language, and beat up my poor Goku. What a hussy.
Yeah, in the manga, the
Interesting
anime,
to
he
see
did. She
other
did.
fighters fuse with the Patara. Imagine the incredible opponents our boys could fight against.
Like fusing Frieza and Cell?
If we put
Ooh.
those two together, there won't be enough good guys in the
Frieza
universe
would
to
be.
handle
Friezans
that.
already are pretty close. Also, no, because like today's just. I mean, it's almost been 2 hours, and it's just doing the encyclopedia and the girl talk, and we're, as you can see by the little slider here, pretty close to the end. What was I gonna say? I now completely forgot what was on my mind. I mean, yeah, we're already on Jiren. There's like Jiren, Full Power, Topo, God of Destruction, Bergamo, Dispo. I forget the name of her. The three girls from like I forget the name of them. Ribrianne and her two friends, and Anilaz. I think they're the only two left. I'm pretty sure.
He's a warrior from Universe 11. His facial expression is so neutral, it's hard to tell what he's thinking.
He always looks kind of pissed off to me.
He comes off as cool, but it's his sense of justice that's his greatest quality.
And very, very basic design. Out of all of them,
This is when Jiren went all out against Goku.
Those
Oh, yeah, now I
muscles are
remember.
Crazy. But Goku beat him in the end, right?
He had to team up with
Not
Frieza
really,
to
but
do it,
sure.
And even then, it was a draw. Taking him on alone would have been impossible.
also what I was gonna say, I now remember. In the anime, as far as I know, Kefla did put up a fight against Goku in Ultra Instinct. In the manga, however, she fought Ultimate Gohan, and I believe lost. Could be wrong, but I think she lost in the manga to Ultimate Gohan and good old, and then they made her lose to good old Ultra Instinct in the anime.
I've heard this guy is the leader of the Pride Troopers. Must be a tough job to organize a group as unique as that.
Jiren
Yeah.
seems like the strongest, but I didn't realize he wasn't the leader.
A leader's performance needs to be. In
Well, we
service of
don't
their
care about the rest of the
entire
team.
And this guy
Makes
knows
sense.
how to pull that off.
You're right. Toppo's got plenty of showmanship. Whoa! His aura, his body, his whole disposition has
Even his
completely
mustache changed.
shifted.
He abandoned his sense of justice. Oh, it's scary how quickly people will change themselves to achieve victory.
Well, Vegeta didn't to win this
Never
one.
need to win. They're really determined.
A purple rabbit? Or a cat, maybe? Whatever he is, he's one
Oh,
of the
yeah,
best for
fair
Universal
point.
Level.
What is he?
My Gohan had no choice but to team up with Frieza at the Tournament of Power to beat this guy.
He's able to cooperate with even someone like Frieza in order to protect our world. I love that man.
It's so weird to see like Videl and Bulma just full on love their man no matter what. And then Chi-Chi being like, ah, Goku's the fucking delinquent. This is when he started to go wrong. It's like, Jesus Christ, woman.
These are the three warrior brothers from Universe 9. Their bark is just as impressive as their bite.
These three? There's only one on screen.
Goku
Maybe they're
should
fused and I
be the Tournament of
haven't
Power.
seen, so.
Right. But as always, Goku was stronger.
I mean, there's very few fighters in even the multiverse that are stronger than Goku and Vegeta. And even Gohan, to be for that
She's
matter.
a female warrior from Universe 2. I've heard her transformations are pretty different from Goku and the others.
I heard she has a huge fan base in the universe she came from.
After that transformation sequence, I was an instant fan.
Of course she would be.
Another warrior from Universe 2, just like Ribrianne. She seems to treat martial arts more like hunting prey.
Not sure if that's a misunderstanding or just her style.
If it's the latter, I've seen far cooler styles than that.
Yeah. Also, really, I saw a mod for Kakunsa that was I forget the name of that. Meowscarada from Pokemon, which looked pretty cool. Oh wait, is Rosie the last one? No, Niwazi is the last one. Now, one thing I want to do is like play custom battle modes, but just with with mods on, just to see how funky it is. Maybe even go back and watch the story mode with it, which would be pretty funny to see. Oh wait, wrong button. It was this
And
one.
another warrior from Universe 2, like Ribrianne, she fights with the fists of Yachina.
Must be a fighting style used in Universe 2.
You think?
Fascinating to see the techniques of the other universes.
And we reached Aniwaza, final one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
This is what the warriors from Universe
2
3
hours,
look
or
like
close
when
to
they
it.
fuse. Didn't anyone tell them that size doesn't matter?
Gohan
Hey, yo.
sent this ugly thing tumbling.
He could warp time and space to launch his attacks. Ugh, I'd love to learn more about that kind of technology.
Of course you would. Oh, wow. And we done it. It was a long one, but it was fun. You know what? Still, Chi-Chi never changed. She's just here like she was in Tenkaichi 3, just shitting all over Super Saiyans. It was very cool to have all the Videl and Bulma here as well, to balance it out a little bit. And it was also nice for them not to follow along and just shit on Super Saiyan and being appreciative to the man they have. It was fun. But yeah, this will be it for today's stream. Again, almost 2 hours. And it was a reaction stream. I just had to sit here and watch, which is good for me. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you, Q, for being in the chat for a little bit. And tomorrow, unless something goes wrong with my Elgato, we should be going back to Mario and Luigi. And on today's Wednesday. Yeah, on Friday, a new series. Also, first time playthrough. We'll leave it as a surprise for now. But anyway, hope everybody had a good time. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Mario and Luigi. Alright.